Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries, and today I will be doing the Aries reading. I know we're almost like midway through July, but this is for the month of July. However, if you do come later, if something resonates, take it, okay? Because I have set the intention, like, yeah, I'm doing this reading in July for July, but really these readings are really set to be used for whenever you need it, okay? Energetically, we're not bound by time, okay? So, Aries, I'm going to tap into your energy, do my prayer or whatnot. Everything you need as far as booking me, following me on social media, all that information is in the description box, okay? All right. I should have brought my laptop down here. Sometimes I bring my laptop so I can look at what's going on astrologically because I sense certain things intuitively. But it's always good to have that stuff like, I don't want to say fact check, but I like to know what's really going on, like in that has been documented astrologically. So the first card I saw was the Sun, okay? The Sun card. 444 may be of significance to you. And then Uranus. And I just heard good fortune or luck with Uranus. I know sometimes we focus on Jupiter energy, but their relationship with each other, Jupiter and Uranus, it will bring about like sudden luck, sudden change of events that will impact you in a large way. I'm hearing tremendous. So whether it be like a lotto or I heard inheritance, but it's like a yes and no with that. Like if you were below middle income or something like that, or you don't have to even be like that. If you were just a regular person that had $30,000-$40,000, type of salary or whatever, and a person passed away and they left you in their will, and you're handling their estate, and they left you a large sum of money. So I guess that could be something like Jupiter, Uranus type energy, like sudden wealth type energy. Some of you may even connect with someone that is wealthy. I'm just getting money right now. Some of you may have connect with someone who's wealthy. Y'all end up getting married, and so you're married into wealth. Like a divine connection, you know what I mean? I'm hearing technology when I see this card too. So some of you may have, I heard blockchain. Some of you may have cryptocurrency. And that may have presented a big change for you because it may have impacted you positively. I know people are still trying to figure out the crypto investment life, you know what I mean? Some things can work in your positive as far as investing now, and then when the market goes up, then you made so many thousands of dollars or something. You know what I mean? Or that may have happened to you in the past. I know on an international level, there are some things going on discussing the power of the US dollar, and should there even be any power in the US dollar. And certain countries are actually saying, no, it shouldn't be. Let's choose some other stuff. So economics, okay? I heard stock market crash. So there may have been a stock market crash. I know there was actually recently in housing market, because I heard real estate. So some of you may be into that kind of stuff. Some of you maybe into like different forms of investments. You may have a diversified portfolio, and you are looking at how to make your money work for you. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars, but I'm getting sun in energy with this. I'm getting more so like inspiration, renewal type energy with this card. I also heard divine connections, okay? So say, for instance, you have like some really good ideas. You have some really good goals or dreams in mind, but you just need just the right circle of people. You need the right circle of connections to help propel your business venture, whether it's angel investors, whether it's just support and word of mouth, whatever the case may be. I'm seeing some really dynamic plays happen for you, Aries, okay? And you may not see them right now in the physical, Aries, but I'm getting like I'm more so sensing the energy behind it. You know, it first happened on, because I'm hearing metaphysics. So it's maybe happening in the background where you don't see the details of exactly what's going on. But it's I'm seeing like this tide roll or some kind of roll, like moving, like it's moving in your favor. Like it just hasn't, I'm seeing this veil, right? I'm seeing this veil, and I'm seeing like this big roll, like this metal roll or whatnot, and it's just rolling, and it's like almost there to go through those like that veil or transparency wall or whatever that is. And it's because it's clear, so it's kind of like clear, but it's not clear. I don't know how to explain it, but basically this roll is coming through, and it's almost to that part of penetrating that veil so that it can look physical, like you can actually see it appear. So that's the energy that I'm getting, that there's energies working behind the scenes that are actually developing before it actually processes in the manifests in the physical. What are the positives for Aries in the month of July? Give me one more. You have a unique way of doing things. Ingenuity. Okay, so you have a unique way of doing things, because I look back at Uranus. Excuse me. Uranus is also about individuality. Okay. And it does rule Aquarius. Okay, you may be going through this phase may be adventurous for you. This phase may be exciting because you may have felt like you were alone, suffering in silence, right? You may felt like things were not working. But reason why this is coming up as a positive, because Spirit wants to surprise you in a sense. Like, there's some exciting change coming up for you. So you may be like, you're not loathing, but you're just like, you're doing the work. But it's kind of like, dang, I'll be glad when I start seeing some things. You get what I'm saying? And so it's going to be like something that it's going to pick up speed, okay? Accelerated motion. It's going to start picking up speed and victory success. Okay? New cycle. Okay? And I'm gonna clarify what the victory and success is. This, I caught it. It was almost going to go in the reverse, 3 of Wands. In the reverse, it's like playing small. It's not seeing expansion and not exploring, not taking all the energy in as far as Uranus. But Spirit, well, these planets or these elements are asking you to open up. Some of us need those situations in life that will surprise us, because sometimes in life we go through situations where we almost feel like this is just how life is. You know what I'm saying? It's not hopeless in a sense, because you're still doing your thing. You're in your craft. I see some of you are in your purpose. You're doing things that you actually enjoy doing. You just haven't received the proper acknowledgement or recognition for it yet. But once it does, it will like pivot you and shift you into this new cycle where it's beyond your wildest dreams. Like, if it will feel very magical. And it was like, this is what I was talking about. This is really good, but that daydreaming I had, those dreams I had, those things I wrote in my notebook, those manifestation things I was doing, the healing I was going through, this is what I was aiming towards, and it's really here, like in my lifetime, that I can actually say I experienced it, not just thought about it, not just wrote it down, but it's here. It's really here. And I'm not too old, you know what I mean? I'm not too, how can I say? It's just right. It's right on time. Even though I wanted to see it sooner, even though I wanted to experience certain things at a little bit better, it removes all of that. That's beautiful. And the 6 of Wands just further confirming. Okay, and you know 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is about resilience, perseverance. So 999 may be of significance to you. You're almost there, right? And then completing it here. Okay, so what exactly were you wanting to accelerate? What is going to accelerate for you? Just curious. The action. Some of you may be connected to an air sign. That's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. More so I'm getting like Libra energy. You may have that in your chart. So you may have been taking action. You may have been communicating your ideas. So this is Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. I'm getting more so a word of mouth. So people may have been picking up on what you do for a living, like your creative ventures, whether you're doing what I'm doing, whether you have certain gifts, because I'm looking at these hands. You know, you may be an energy healer or energy practitioner. You know how to manipulate elements, okay? And yeah, so the word of mouth of what you do, like people are like, hey, check this out. This girl or this man or whatever, they know what they doing. Like, they are the truth. Like, I know you may see some other ones out here, not saying they ain't authentic, but this particular person right here, like, you gotta get a reading from them, or you gotta try their product out. Like, they stuff is really good. You may like create products that like oils or elixirs or stuff for the body, herbs or whatever you may create, clothing. And like the clothing feels good, the energy of the clothing, the fabrics, you know what I'm saying, the colors that are used are just really like, what is suffering in silence? And word of mouth, if you know like I do, word of mouth is powerful. It beats ads. It beats marketing campaigns. Suffering in silence. And it's free. Okay, so Sagittarius energy, temperance. That patience and that patience and like holding balance and being moderate in your emotions. That's what you've been really doing in the suffering in silence. You haven't really been complaining about what you've been going through. Your path has not been easy from what I'm gathering from this energy. You've had a lot of struggles, okay? But people looking at you would not know that you've been through the struggles that you have been going through or went through, okay? Give me suffering in silence again. Give me another one. Emperor energy. So that's the ruler. That's your energy. So you remain in your power. You continue to do what you are driven to do, purposeful, meaningful work, or whatever your mission is here to do. You are doing that. You still remain in your power regardless of how sometimes it was painful. Okay, it was painful for you. What is the universe card? Right, taking a leap of faith, and like I said, the world is emphasizing the universe. So that new chapter, okay? And interesting enough, the Fool is connected with Uranus. Like new beginnings, free spirit, childlike energy. It's also connected, to the air elements, Aqua, Aquarius I mentioned earlier. Okay. So that's good. That further confirms, right? What is the challenges? What are the challenges for Aries in the month of July? And I just heard not our timing, but divine timing. So when I was saying in regards to even the messages as far as coming across this page of this video, it's not always our timing. It's when we need it. What is the challenges? Some of you may be in a living situation that you're ready to move on from, but you've been trying to get your finances in order, get your businesses off the ground so that you can do what you need to do. Some of you are still struggling just a little bit with lack mentality. That's probably why this came like this. Sometimes you fluctuate in it, like having a lack mentality. But some of you, I can really understand looking at the cards and visiting them, the energy. If you're doing what you're supposed to do as far as your purpose, and you're doing all you need to do as far as being a good steward or better with your finances, but what you're doing is not equating to what you need at the moment, and you don't have enough finances substantial enough to cover your day-to-day bills, you know what I'm saying, your lifestyle or whatever, and you've cut back, you've done different things. So it's kind of like a thing where it's really challenging for you. Some of you may be challenged with finances. Okay. So financial and material changes. 555 may be of significance. 5 may be of significance. Okay. Moving on. You know what I mean? Maybe a challenge. Relocating, moving, getting your own place, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes you may reminisce. This is memories of love. You may reminisce on the past of how it used to be. Like, you may have had bank before, and because of the crashes that recently occurred, it affected you dramatically, and like you kind of surviving on the little bit that you have remaining. Rejoice in celebration. Some of you are not having enough fun and enough love in your life. So if you are already somewhat struggling financially in a sense, or finances may not be in the positive flow right now, you may feel less inclined to have fun times, or pleasure, or what have you. There's a lot of things you can tap into that are free or low of cost, but sometimes you kind of get in your way of having fun because you're kind of stuck on how you feel right now. Okay. You may feel like it's no time to be celebrating when my stuff ain't together. And the Aries that I've known, they don't play about their stability. Like, they want their comfort. They want to make sure they good. They are straight. And they will, by any means necessary, make sure that happens. Okay? Memories of love. Memories of love. Some of you may be leaving dynamics like relationships too. Like, you may at this time be triggered as far as certain things you may have forgotten as far as relationships are concerned, and disappointments in those relationships. Okay, it could be by an earth sign. I'm hearing Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That they wronged you in certain things. You may even grieve over that. You may even feel like there's not many options in life for you at this particular time. Not saying ever, but like right now, you may be weighing the pros and cons to your financial situation. You like, okay, I know these are the certain areas that I can get money from, whether I, do something by my skills or by what I know how to do to generate income, by so-and-so that I may be able to borrow from, but I don't really have that many options. And instead, I do challenge you not to, it's okay to know what type of streams of income you can tap into, but also give room for spirit to surprise you in a sense. Like, you may not know where the money is coming from, and especially if you're a logical person and if stability is a big thing for you, work on your base or your base chakra. Okay. Like, look at how you identify or attach yourself to money or finances. Okay. You may want to revisit how you look And 666 is pertinent because I'm seeing a lot of sixes. 333. So again, you may need to revisit that and see what exactly do I feel like is going to happen. Getting kicked out of your home, not having a place to stay, no food to eat. And it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been in some situations where I'm like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? I've been in homeless situations. I've been in hunger situations. You know, you name it. Like, I've been in some stuff. So I totally get it, because you're looking at the natural. You're looking at what it is, like the facts. Okay, the things that you know. But Spirit is not asking you to rely on that. Okay. Yes, miracles do happen. Yes, change do happen. And it's not saying like some things may not be affected, whether it may be your credit score, whether it may be late on something, but it's going to work out in your favor, and just trust and believe that it will. You may not know the avenue. Who knows? You may need to check your mailbox. You may have an unexpected check. You may have an unexpected cash app. You know what I'm saying? Someone sent you some money. You didn't check your app to see, you know what I'm saying, your notifications may be off. You may have missed a notification that a deposit may have hit. You know, it's just different things can happen in different ways. You may say, I don't want to go out and have fun, but how do you know that if you go out and have fun, you may run into someone that actually wants to purchase your stuff? You end up talking and shooting the breeze, and then they want to buy something from you. Or you may connect and have more connections with others, and you know, they donate just for the sake of, you know, you was dropping gems, and it was like, man, I feel guided to just give you this. Or you could be at a place, you know, you can, I've seen things happen where you may decide to go ahead and put yourself out there, go out, and you'll go out to eat, say for instance, and then someone pays for your meal. You know what I mean? Or a thing where someone just was like, hey, I feel guided to give you this. Just randomly. You can be just walking at a park or something. So, and I just heard a dub. So it can happen any kind of way. Don't limit the way Spirit wants to give to you. It's okay to be accustomed to know what you physically have, but know that you're always provided for. Know that you are always protected and loved. There may be some circumstances where things may have to get cut off, disconnected, terminated. But the beauty in all of this is that it can be reset and restarted over again. If your lights get turned off for whatever the circumstance, and yes, it is an inconvenience, they won't be off for long. And you'll be creative enough to find a way where you'll have lights in your home. If you have limited stock of food, you'll be creative enough to know how to make your food last, or reach out to someone that may be able to be of assistance to you. You never know. But because you've been suffering in silence, you haven't opened up yourself up to possibilities because of shame or guilt. And we've all been through things that were uncomfortable and we feel ashamed about, but Spirit is not asking you to be ashamed of your current circumstances. It's life. You get what I'm saying? If there may be an account that may be late, that may be past due or whatever, and say for instance like, I believe, and they still close my stuff. But you know what? The way this system works as far as credit, like, yeah, you'll have some impactful things that gets on your credit report, blase, but you can always restart and refresh. So you can take the L, if you want to call it that, right? But then you can start over. Now, you don't always have to take that L. Sometimes you can dispute it. Sometimes there can be room for negotiation. You know, things can happen where it's not the end of the world. And that's all I'm just encouraging you. And I'm supposed to go ahead and do the heads up, but that's just something that I felt guided to, you know, share with you. Like, it's not over. In the end, at the bottom of the deck, it was spiritual strength. Okay, and I believe that's a 9. But give me a heads up for Aries, please, and their energy. Give me a heads up. Third eye. Yeah, because intuition wanted to come out earlier. But I see when it came time for it, it still popped up. So a lot of y'all are getting Wheel of Fortune energy, I see. Things are really going to change for you, Aries. It may not feel like it right now. A lot of cards came out for you. I generally get 3 to 4 cards I pull. But the third eye chakra, okay? Some things are beyond your understanding to perceive why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. Why are you going through what you're going through? Rest and rejuvenate. Some of you are actually saying, you know what, I did all I know to do as far as improving my circumstances in the meantime, as far as that waiting energy, right? I've done all that I know to do. So I'm gonna just have to allow. I have no choice because I really legit don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna stop tussling with it and just allow. So you may come into that situation, okay? And things will start moving. I want to clarify this in your favor. And that confidence in the knowing within you, the knowing, not knowing here, but the knowing within your gut, within your intuition, within your solar plexus is saying that I'm good. And if you're religious or if you're into Christianity, that my will be done. Or let thy will be done. Okay? Infertility, that Empress energy. Okay? When you start really, see the 3s, when you really start shifting your energy into that perspective, there's this other energy that's like, okay, all right, this person is ready. She's ready. He's ready. They're ready. And it starts shifting. Just stay consistent with that energy. The more consistent you are with that particular energy of knowing that everything will be okay, the easier it will get and the flow of change will come through. What is destiny? The Empress energy. This is what they were really trying to get at. You get what I'm saying? And this is not feeling slighted anymore. To release the bitterness. This is what I'm getting. To release any resentful energy within you as far as feeling like things are not working in your favor, because they are. And stability is here. You're a nurturer. You're a caregiver. You may be a mother. And Spirit is showing you already how to be better with your finances. Now, stuff happens. Stuff really legit happens. Sometimes beyond your control. But the money that you will receive, the financial stability that you will receive, you have the know-how to handle the practical matters, right? And then 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So rejoice and celebrate. It is okay for you to rejoice and celebrate. It is okay. If you have past regrets on how you handled money, forgive yourself. Allow the healing to take place as far as forgiving yourself of past decisions. You can't go back and change them. You can only do what you need to do in the present and move forward. So don't feel bad. Don't remove the shame and remove the guilt. That's like the top 2 feelings that try your best not to have. Okay? Because that will always cycle you back to the past. What is the third eye? I see a lot of you are relaxing. Some of you are strategizing in your relaxed moments. So say for instance, if you want to start planning as far as money is concerned, like, okay, if you were to get this amount, what would you do with it? At least have a plan in action instead of it getting here and then you be like, oh, I don't know what to... Having those intentions, writing down things is good. Right, leaving a situation. Remember I said moving on earlier? Okay, so that's enough. So 8 of Cups energy, the Strength card, the 6 of Pentacles. Remember I was saying strategizing on how you're going to pay things off or whatever. Dealing with the third eye, your subconscious, dealing with that lack mentality, dealing with those things hidden that you know you need to address. And some of you may have a certain focus in your lifetime that you're probably going to have to constantly address, which is your relationship with your base chakra. Some of us may deal with certain things for a lifetime. In this lifetime, it may be levels of it, but it's like a thing, okay, everything is okay. Everything will be provided for, you know, woo, woo, woo. So you may have to look into your birth chart to see some of that struggle may be dealing with like karmic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard Capricorn energy and Saturn energy. So it may be a thing where you're dealing with those type of elements that are ancestral or something that you came into this lifetime to learn that you're going to kind of be dealing with throughout your lifetime. Okay. Injustice. To me, this is like go hand in hand. Okay. What are you putting your energy into? You know what I'm saying? Bring about that balance as far as the Justice card. But I see you're working on yourself. It's taking you some time to get here to this point. But it's been a lot of things subconsciously that you've had to heal. And I'm getting specifically generational, like ancestral. And if you have issues that you feel like that are ancestral, something that belief systems that you've adopted through your bloodline or your ancestry, I can actually help you to remove those subconscious blocks or lies or contract. Okay? Even if there are some things where it's not generational, but it's just things that you've adopted over time about money, about, you know, safety and security and how you view that, because the energy now is having you to, is challenging you to get real with yourself and deal with those issues, because there's come a time where there's going to be like I'm getting like this feeling of surge of abundance that may be coming in for some of you. And I want you to be ready, not just mentally ready, but energetically ready for that, so you'll be able to handle it. Because if you don't deal with it now, it will be an issue with you in the future. Once you get that money, then what you going to do with it? Are you going to be afraid to spend it when you need to invest? You know what I'm saying? Are you looking at self-care as an investment? And self-care is not always about pampering. It's like your overall wellness. So are you going to look at every time you need to, you know, pay for something that it's like, oh, deduction out of my bank account? You know what I mean? When money is sitting in your bank account, it's not moving, it's not active. Money is a form of currency that's movement. You get what I'm saying? So it needs to always be circulating, always be moving and actively doing something. Yes, have a savings, that's fine. But you always want it to be active, okay? Otherwise, there's stagnant or stale energy. And you want to remain in the flow as much as possible. But it really got deep for you, Aries. It really did, but it was worth it. And I pray that you are able to get some information out of this, and I'm sure you have, like, that was pertinent to your well-being for real. But I'm Amethyst Goddess, again from InAlignment Ministries. Be well. Take care.